boys and girls. Today I'm going to read you a little bit from David Walliams' The World's Worst Teachers, and this chapter is called Miss Spick's Trike of Terror. In a world of horrible teachers, one in particular stands out for her wickedness. Step forward, or rather, roll forward, Miss Spick. The lady may have been elderly, but she had lost none of her power to instil fear into the hearts of all of the pupils at Spottingdon School. Miss Spick's eyes were as black as coals, her skin was as white as snow, her tongue was long and thin like a snake's, and when she spoke, her s would be sinister. The librarian always rode her three-wheeler mobility scooter along the aisles of books as fast as it would go. Kids had to leap out of the way to avoid being run over. Being run over by a mobility scooter is not as much fun as it sounds, and it doesn't sound much fun at all. Despite the wounded children strewn across the floor, the librarian kept her library impossibly neat and tidy. All the book spines sat on the shelves in perfectly straight lines in strict alphabetical order. There was never a speck of dust or a spot of dirt to be seen anywhere in the Spottingdon School library. Miss Spick enforced a strict policy of no browsing. Signs reminded you of this at every step. In fact, there might have been more signs than there were books. Books were to be taken out or left well alone. When they were returned, the librarian would pull her magnifying glass out of her drawer and thoroughly inspect for any damage. Without fail, Spick always found some. When she did, you had to pay. There's a fold line in the top page of 137. Fine. There's discoloration on the back cover caused by exposure to sunlight. Fine. Scuffed, 10 pence. Highly polished, £10. The money would then be snatched off you and stuffed in Spick's special tin. The tin was huge, more like a treasure chest, and was full to bursting with cash. Every child at Spottingdon School had fallen foul of Spick's greed, except two, the Tang twins. Tom and Tim Twang were children geniuses. The twins always received 100% in all of their tests. The bullies called them nerds. No matter, these nerds were sure to invent some sort of supercomputer, become billionaires, and take over the world. The Tangs had been dabbling with all kinds of inventions already, even though none had quite caught on yet. They had created internet for cats, flying sheds, invisible hairdryers, exploding cricket balls, self-boiling eggs, night vision goggles for bats, electric flip-flops that walk themselves, hair-free dogs, and inflatable socks. The Tang twins worked 10 times harder than anyone else at school. They were so studious that they had never been told off in their lives. So it will come as no surprise to you to learn that whenever they returned a book to the school library, it was absolutely spotless. Needless to say, this turned Spick incandescent with rage, as it made it impossible for her to find them. Nevertheless, she had amassed a fortune from all of the other kids. But what did an elderly school librarian need all of this money for? To suit up her mobility scooter, of course. Keep up. The kids gave the beast of a machine a nickname, the Trike of Terror.